Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there on the internet. Today, I wanted to discuss this horrible epidemic which has plagued my life. You see, I've come into contact with a relic of ancient gaming, which has stripped my life of the very sanity that makes it up. That is made up of it. And I'm here today to share with you my tale. About 2 weeks ago, depending, this isn't, by the way, within the canon of the last video. This is whole new series. Might step it up a bit. Anyways, back to it. Okay. 2 weeks ago, I was at a flea market here in Jersey. Perhaps you've heard of it. The English Town Auction. And after traversing this beautiful, amazing place of bizarre Mexican food that I can't name and weird VCRs that look like they're from the 18th century. They don't even look like they were made in the regular time. They literally are like decorated to look like VCRs from the 18th century. Even though they were probably made in like the 90s. I don't know the history of VCRs. But after traversing this flea market for a long time, I made my way into the green building. And normally there's a guy outside who sells video games. I'm a big collector of video games. Normally I go to this guy, and he's selling some good stuff. I'm pretty sure I bought most of the good stuff, and then he just really doesn't have anything interesting to sell anymore. I ended up making my way into the green building, where I heard that there was another guy who sold video games. And as I went to the back, I found it was kind of this very small shop, and he just had like a series of Atari-ish games. And normally I don't buy Atari games or anything like that because at the time, prior to me finding this, I didn't have any I didn't have an Atari to speak of. I didn't have any games or any systems like that. So I didn't buy any Coleco, any Atari, any of those cartridges. But I know the story, and I'm sure you do too, of the E.T. game. I bought that. I found that there. I know the story. I heard the story. I've watched the documentaries. And on that day, the day that I went traversing for some new games, I saw it. And I just had to have it. There it is. Fucking creepy. And I was absolutely stunned at its beautiful condition. Tastes like death. Anyways, I had to get it. I just had to. And so I bought it. I brought it home. And you're never going to believe what happened. From the second that this game entered my home, since that day, well, first off, the first day that it ever came into my house, I went upstairs to make a sandwich. I was out of mayo. What the fuck? Then, a few minutes later, I went to go watch TV. Now, Cops usually comes on at 3 o'clock, I guess, Cops that day came on at 1. I missed it. And it doesn't end there. Then I came downstairs. I thought I stubbed my toe on the floor. I looked down. I didn't. It was fucking with my head. Then the other night, I went to sleep. I thought I heard some noises. I heard the smashing of a glass. I went upstairs, and one of my favorite coffee cups was smashed right on the floor. I mean, granted, I didn't want ants to get to it because we're kind of doing renovations, and I kind of put it balanced on top of some cereal boxes. But nevertheless, it wouldn't have fallen if this fucking thing wouldn't have come into my home. And then I got a headache this afternoon, which never usually happens, but of course, the second this came in, I took it out of the house, the headache went away for a little bit. I brought it back in, got a headache again. I mean, I was pissed, and I was picking up something off the floor, and I hit my head on the table. But that doesn't have anything to do with it. It's not possibly... No. I don't know what it is. This thing is ruining my life. It's absolutely... I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to give it away because, you know, it's fucking... I love it. It's just so shiny. It's so perfect, so pure, but it's so goddamn evil. Then again, I guess I could be overreacting. At least nothing's happened with my dog. He's pretty good. No, he doesn't usually bark at it like Supernatural Phenomenon usually does. You know how animals are keen to that sort of thing. He doesn't seem to be, you know, worrying about that at all. He doesn't seem to bark at it, give a shit. I mean, my dog's pretty, he's pretty good. I like to think he's pretty good at, you know, potty training, everything like that. He's perfectly trained in everything. He doesn't pee or piss or shit or really bark at anybody. He's pretty good about that kind of thing. And I figured, you know, once this came through the door, I started to figure, oh shit, what if he ends up doing something? But no, he's been really good at that. So, not on the fucking rug!